Hello guys, Shadow Saba here, and in light of the newest episode, I have my first theory on Amphibia, guys. I'm really excited to share this, and before we begin, please like and subscribe. I love doing Amphibia videos, and on my last Amphibia video, I got 105 views. Before that, 195, and still lamp. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, guys. Now, to begin the video, as you probably read in the title, what I'm thinking as a theory is that charging these gems may have something to do with the girls losing the powers of the Calamity box. And the reason I believe this is I have many questions based on this episode. This episode provided me more questions than answers, especially in the beginning. In the beginning of the episode, soon after they start leaving, Marcy tells Anne that no toad, newt, or frog has ever survived this temple. And if so, that brings up a question. Because even before that, King Andreas said he doesn't know where the other two temples are, only the first temple. Meaning, if they don't know where the two temples are and no one's ever survived it, how could somebody, one, charge the gems in the first place to go to other worlds, and two, how did the box land on Earth and still be charged? I mean, if somebody took the box to Earth, how was it still charged? In my theory, I believe the reason it's no longer charged is either the girls used it incorrectly, the machine was broken, or something just went wrong. Because as they go to Amphibia, especially in the intro, this is one thing that really made me want to do this theory. In the intro, when they first come into Amphibia, you see Anne have a not really kind of a purplish blue color, which I'll be showing right now. I slowed it down, guys. Please pay attention because it still goes a bit quickly. As they open the box, look at immediately what happens to Anne. She flashes purple, orange, green, and at the end it looks like a blue color, which I find very interesting because I feel like that may allude to a power being inside of her. Because the fact that when she comes, kind of a lightning-ish energy comes around her, and the last color I saw was blue, and then she has the powers of the blue gem. And then immediately after, in the first episode, her eyes flash blue. And in season 2, episode 1, her eyes flash blue. Here, where her eyes flash blue, one, fighting the giant vegetable monster. And here in the beginning, when they're fighting a mantis. And this is what also leads to my theory that there are powers inside of them. Why? Because every situation they need that would fit with one of the gems, that's when their eyes flash blue. Like, when Sasha needed strength to fight off Anne, this is actually very interesting. Many people don't know, but her eyes actually flash here. I have also slowed this down. As they walk around each other, you can see her eyes change color from a black pupil to a very light color pupil, which is, I assume, is pink, because it wouldn't make sense to be any other color. Many people assumed it'd be the toads that would count as Sasha's eyes glowing, but no, it's her eyes are actually glowing in this episode, which I found very interesting because in the time she needed strength, her eyes glowed. In the time Marcy needed smarts, her eyes glowed. And you may say, why? She was jumping inside of the ant monster? Because Hot Pop even remarked before she went in, you know those ants were so bouncy. And Marcy said, I did, because I studied them, which involves whip, which happened right before she jumps in, and when she comes out, her eyes flash green. Then Anne, a bit more complicated, but still, using her heart. She could have left Sprig in the first episode when the praying mantis was about to attack him, but she came back and saved Sprig. Next, in season 2, episode 1, when the vegetable monster was going to destroy the farm, Anne got angry and her eyes flashed blue. Why? Because she worked so hard to protect the planter's home and it was destroyed. Again, using her heart. So I believe the Calamity box didn't give them random powers. I believe it enhanced them. Because Marcy was already smart, I feel like this made not smarter, but a bit more knowledgeable, especially when it comes to coming to a whole new land. And she already knows so much about it. I mean, that takes a lot of work. Especially since I don't think it was a coincidence where they landed. I mean, Sasha with the tough toads, strength, and with the planters, heart, and then Marcy with the newts. I mean, frog, toad, newts. I just feel like that was a perfect place for each of them to land. So I definitely feel that the Calamity box didn't just give them powers, it enhanced what they had when they were back home. And I think that is why they don't have their powers. I mean, that's why they have their powers and they flashed the cause when they came here. And that is probably why the box is now gray. Because they more than likely took the powers out of the box. And that's what they're using now. Especially when I saw Amphibia Returns trailer, how I see when Sasha opens her sword, she breaks the ground. And when fighting General Yunan, broke one of her claws. That definitely seems like enhanced strength to me. I mean, Sasha seems way too powerful for a 13-year-old girl. Taking down General Yunan in the army. So that's pretty much going to wrap up my theory, guys. I feel like this is going to become a plot point in the future. Their eyes and probably their powers leaving them. And this could lead into season 3. Because the last episode could be about King Andreas taking the box for his master. Go check out my review of the episode, guys. The first temple, because that actually shows King Andreas' kind of master. And I feel like after he takes it, the 3 girls are going to have to come together and fight off this thing in the end of the intro, guys. Because many shows don't add stuff in the end of the intro for nothing. So I'm going to go show you guys, because in the end of the intro, you can see. There we go, guys. The Toad Monster. I feel like this may have something to do with King Andreas' master, but that's for later. And I feel like the 3 girls are going to end up losing their Calamity powers, so Sasha may become less strong, Marcy may become a little less knowledgeable, and Anne, I don't think she'll have less of a heart. I just think she'll have less of her power, especially like in the first episode, holding down a mantis monster with her bare hands. I feel like something could be wrong with her, guys, and definitely, well, her eyes are flashing blue. I feel like this may allude to her having to train much harder and actually using the sword she got in the episode where she was supposed to be robbing a train for, I forgot his name, guys, the person who tricked kids into robbing trains. I feel like that's where it's going to come in. That's really going to wrap up this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I really did. And have a nice day, guys.